Hello viewers, this guide has the information on the Grey Wind Gladiator. The Grey Wind axe grows in power the more maximum life you have. It adds flat fire damage to attacks per maximum life. At 20,000 life, that is expected to reach. That's up to 2,400 fire damage on a one-handed weapon, which is twice the number you can hope to get on two-handers. You can boost it up with Rapfit Globe, which increases your spell damage per maximum life. To harness the increase of spell damage in an attack build of this type, you'll need the Crown of Eyes, which also empowers this bonus by a half. These three items form the foundation of this build. We will go about accumulating maximum life with the Apostate and the Untouched Soul. It requires items high in Energy Shield and with lots of empty red sockets. It would be wise to take advantage of these empty sockets with Precursor's release of Oral Bloodline and empty helmet, gloves and boots. Our choice of Ascendancy is Gladiator because of its incredible block branch. You can reach over 75% chance to block spells and attacks, which grows to around 95% when accounting for the element of luck. A more damage-oriented version of this build could be suited for a Berserker, but we won't delve into it. The best attack to use is probably Spectral HELIX because it's not as reliant on attack speed as most attacks, which we can't afford, and it's good right out the bag. You don't need to specialize further to make it work. It fires a projectile that spirals out and hits enemies as it does so. The extremely high block chance combined with the high maximum life makes the build extremely durable, and its only weakness is uncontrollable damage over time, so be sure you have a way to stop bleeding and avoid ground effects. It's recommended to get some armor and life regeneration if possible. Clear speed is not great. The build is slow, and Spectral HELIX is not exactly known for its mapping adroitness. The build is capable of medium to high boss damage, and it's rather easy to reach. Unique items are all cheap, and even rares are not that expensive since you don't need to worry about resistances that much. All damage comes from maximum life. It gets you flat fire damage via the weapon and increased damage via the helmet and shield combo. Life also improves your survivability. There is really no point in shifting your focus from it once you have capped your resistances and gained enough attributes. With Crown of Eyes, increases to spell damage from Rapfit Globe will now affect the attacks executed with the Grey Wind. Very important. The Apostate is the best way to go about accumulating maximum life. It requires gear pieces high in Energy Shield. Grey Wind adds damage based on maximum life, resulting in a weapon with absurdly high flat fire damage. The dot aspect of it is not pursued. Rapfit Globe increases spell damage by 5% per 100 maximum life, which is later converted to attack damage with Crown of Eyes. All your items that have their sockets empty, which are boots, helmet and gloves, should have them coloured red to gain additional maximum life from the Untouched Soul. Increase the quality of this amulet with fertile catalysts. Dissolution of the Flesh grants up to 30% more life. It causes your life to be reserved when you take damage, so try to avoid receiving it with block chance and immunity to degen. Foulborn Red Dream increases your maximum life. Be sure to socket it near Diamond Skin and Barbarism, and tattoo Fire Res on the strength nodes. You run only Purity of Elements, so Sublime Vision will be a great addition. It grants maximum resistances and increases the effect of the aura. All Purity of Elements mods on a Watcher's Eye are good, and we're not exaggerating, that's a true claim. Be sure you have a high block chance and some way to mitigate physical damage. Fire penetration is scarce and so is attack speed, but if there is an option to get them on items, we'll mention it. The 3.27 patch allows grafting, so be sure you have 2 grafts, each with increased maximum life. Gloves, high in Energy Shield or ES mixed with maximum life. For suffixes, go for Dexterity and some resistances. For the Eldritch mods, try to get attack speed or rage on hit and chance to maim on hit. Fire exposure is already gained from a support gem or the axe. Boots need to increase your movement speed and get you a lot of Energy Shield, which leaves no space for maximum life. Then, look for resistances and attributes. For Eldritch mods, get action speed or chaos resistance with life regeneration rate. You will need a belt with a lot of maximum life, increased maximum life via Hunter's mod, and resistances or attributes, preferably strength, to bolster maximum life. We recommend Vermilion rings with as much maximum life as you can afford. Other modifiers, such as those for increased elemental damage with attacks, are not particularly good. It's common to pair magic jewels with the Adorned, but that works with voices and a bit different skill tree. We're using only 2 of them, so it doesn't make sense. Instead, add block chance or attack speed. Attack damage while holding a shield. Large clustered jewels have some good notables, but their increases to damage are clearly not optimal. Instead, go for block chance and maximum life here. Prepare 1 life flask that stops bleeding, a prismatic tincture with elemental penetration, a silver, quicksilver, and a sulfur flask, or maybe a granite one instead. Their suffixes shall reduce the effect of curses on you, increase movement speed, and regenerate your life. It's a mod you can craft. Maybe increase your armor rating if you have what to increase in the first place. Spectral Helix is a projectile attack that spirals out. You can use almost any other similar attack, but Spectral Helix has one of the highest damage outputs, and it doesn't straightforwardly scale up with attack speed, which we don't have a lot of. Link it with elemental damage with attacks, faster attacks, fire penetration, cruelty, and combustion support gems. Purity of Elements grants immunity to all elemental ailments and additional elemental resistances. Since Purity of Elements is your soul aura, link it with Eternal Blessing to have it for free. Flammability is a hex curse that lowers fire resistance. Leap Slam is the movement ability that you can use with an axe. Link it with Fortify and faster attacks. The latter is very optional. Leaving a red socket empty instead will grant additional maximum life. An additional passive skill point seems like the best option most of the time, but you can help Oak if the extra points get you nowhere for the moment. For the Major God, pick Arakali, as Dotees are your bane. It also reduces the duration of debuffs on you, which includes the debuff from Dissolution of the Flesh. Soul of Aberoth should be your choice for the Minor God. You are already immune to Ignite, but you really don't want to take damage from Burning Ground, which seems to be omnipresent. The passive skill tree revolves around maximum life and getting enough block chance against spells and attacks. That is pretty much it. Jewel sockets are very valuable, so we'll form a path to include as many of them as reasonably possible. Allocate all the life masteries and block masteries to gain as much block chance as you can. Your keystones are Blood Magic, Iron Will, and Resolute Technique. Iron Grip does not do much. We've also picked up Slaughter Notable and its Axe Mastery for Rage on hit, since at maximum rage, nearby enemies are exposed to fire. You may include Runegraft of the Warp, but it's not that important. That ought to be all of the information that you may require to assemble the Grey Wind Gladiator yourself. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more guides to come. So long.